Please come.
Thanks.
Good morning. Say good morning little clear.
Good morning.
आप दोबारा आ जाइए, confidently आइए and say good morning, sir. Okay. Yeah, please.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, Rishi. Please take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
How are you doing? Fine? Okay. You see, Mr. Rishi, I find from your dad that even in your 12th class, you studied a bit of environmental education.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us what exactly is the curriculum?
Sir, the curriculum involved studying the basics of how every citizen can help in conserving the environment. And sir, we also learned about the basic techniques of plant breeding and the basics of biodiversity as well, sir.
Okay. What is biodiversity?
Sir, biodiversity refers to the variety of organisms which are found in a particular area.
See, at Lucknow, where you grew up, where you studied, did you see much of biodiversity in and around Lucknow? Can you tell us what kind of biodiversity that interests you?
Sir, very near to where I live, there is a famous reserve forest by the name of Pokhran.
Okay, is it?
So there we have the breeding center for gharials. Due to the reduction in the number of gharials, the gharials are being bred there and they are released into the rivers of various rivers such as Chambal and even Ganga as well.
Okay. Mr. Jha.
Then, why do you say that gharial breeding is required? What is the reason why?
Sir, currently the International Union for Conservation of Nature classifies the gharials as critically endangered.
What is the critically endangered species?
Sir, a critically endangered species is a species that is at an extremely high risk of extinction in the wild.
And how do you decide that?
Sir, the IUCN uses a number of factors, such as the number of population in the wild, the extent of reduction over a number of years.
Is there a parameter?
Yes, there is a parameter.
What's that?
Sir, I have heard about it, but I not.
What are the other critically endangered species as far as Northeast is concerned? Northeast India.
Yes. Sir, there is sunlight here.
Okay. Where do you find them?
Sir, in
And what are the by other name they are known
Sir, it is also called as the dancing
as?
deer.
Why?
Sir, because it lives in its habitat is near the Duck Lake, and the way it navigates, it resembles the fact that it is dancing.
So tell me, if a tree is there, what is a suitable age for collection of seeds from?
Sir, the tree should not be too young, and it shouldn't be.
And what is too young? Like in human being, we say that one should not start reproducing till he reaches a particular age, say 20 years. So similar, and again, human beings are not supposed to breed after a particular age, 50, 60, depends on. So what is that age constraint as far as the tree is concerned?
So the constraint will depend upon the species that we take into
Say
consideration.
for example, sal.
Yes, sir. So sal has a long gestation period. So the age till it reaches the maturity is around 100 years. So it has to be the seed has to be collected before it is completely mature, and after.
Just give me a figure. When it is ready to breed, ready for the seed to be collected, and up to what age the seed should not be collected. After this, the seed should not be collected.
I'm sorry, sir, I do not know the answer.
Anyway, tell me about the sal. What kind of minor forest produce you get from sal?
So can I think?
Yes.
So sal trees are deciduous tree. The minor forest produce that we can get from sal includes tan and sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. Tell me, what interests most in forestry to you? Is it forestry or wildlife or any other thing that you are very conversant with?
Sir, I like to read about wildlife.
Wildlife. Okay, tell me what is the difference in the wildlife in cold desert and a hot desert?
So cold desert has significantly less temperature throughout the year.
No, I am asking you, just name the wildlife. I know what it is. Okay, tell me what are the various wildlife in cold desert and in hot desert?
So cold deserts we have some species of deer. We also have certain clouded leopards. So in hot desert we have various species of rodents. So foxes are also found in hot desert.
Okay, tell me again another portion of wildlife is conservation of species. How do you conserve wildlife? What are the different methodologies?
So there are two ways of conserving wildlife. So in situ conservation and ex situ conservation.
What is ex situ conservation?
So ex situ conservation involves conserving the wildlife outside its natural habitat.
And what is that?
So the natural habitat of the species is the species where it is primarily found in.
Yeah, I understand that. You are saying the same thing, yes. But where it will be? In my household or in some other area?
So in the forest.
And then they are inside the forest, then it is in situ conservation. And how can we call the ex situ? Do you understand the meaning of situ?
Yes, yes. I misrepresented the question.
Yeah.
Yes. So ex situ conservation is done outside the actual habitat, which
Yes.
for example, sir, in captivity can be done.
And how do you go ahead with the captivity?
Sir, the species into consideration is transported at a different place, and it is various breeding techniques are used to multiply its population.
What are those? Because when you are doing a controlled breeding, you have to have certain information.
Yes.
What are those informations?
So we need to know about the habitat of the species.
No, first you have to know about the individual.
Yes.
Don't you agree with me?
Yes.
Then how do you know about the individual?
So we need to find out whether the individual is male or female.
Okay.
And so we also need to take into consideration that we minimize the chances of inbreeding.
How you do that?
So it can be done by explaining the siblings while we.
No, but at the onset itself, if there is a male and female, how do you know that they are not siblings?
So through genetic test can be.
Okay. These sustainable development goals. Can you tell us the genesis of sustainable development?
Yes. Sir, there was a conference. I am unable to. Yes.
Okay. So, how many goals are there?
Sir, 17 goals.
17.
Yes.
Now, can you tell us something about forestry related goals and interconnectedness on natural resources?
Yes, sir. The sustainable goals number 13, 14 and 15 are related to forest and wildlife.
Okay.
So one of them is about conserving the terrestrial habitat. One is about conserving the marine habitat. So there is one more which I cannot recall at this moment.
Okay. Goal number 11.
Yes.
about urban habitat, sustainable urban habitat. Do you think it is important? Or on the climate and the environmental point of view?
Sir, I cannot recall what the goals say.
So sustainable habitat,
Yes.
how do we do that?
Sir, sustainable habitat involves creating a habitat which can survive the course of time without being degraded.
Okay, so what are the environmental protection rules or act?
So, in India, we have a number of environmental protection acts. So, we have the Indian Forest Act of 1927.
Environment. Of course, Forest Act is the relation.
So, the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. So, the Environmental Protection Act of 1986.
Okay, I was asking about that. So, what are the different acts other than this?
So, we also have the Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act. So, Water Prevention and
What are the rules? When has it been recently amended and what has been the amendments?
So, the solid waste management rules and plastic waste management rules. All these rules were amended in the year 2016.
Okay, there was something around electronic e-waste.
Yes.
So can you tell us how do we handle e-waste? What are the regulations or rules?
So, can I think for a moment? So, e-waste treatment involves collecting of the waste and
How?
So,
Who will collect?
So the recent amendment has introduced extended producer responsibility, so in which the company which is producing the material has to procure it after it has completed its use of life, and the material is then utilized.
Since you are an engineer, tell us how it is disposed of.
So the material is collected and we try to extract whatever relevant things can be used for further use. For example, sir, in case of mobiles, the silicon chip that it is based on, that is collected and utilized for further use.
Okay. Any other?
So I also read about the fact that mobiles also have traces of gold present in them. So that is also extracted.
In the recent budget, what has been proposed in agriculture? Your father is in agriculture.
Yes. So in agriculture, the budget has proposed dedicated freight trains which can carry agricultural produce from one place to another.
Will that be helpful to the common farmer? One of the mechanism of marketing, that much volume which farmer has or which farmer association has, that is anyway, that is one way, transportation. What are the, how many points have been illustrated in the budget there is some focus?
Yes, sir. There is a focus on doubling farmers' incomes in the year 2022.
Okay.
So I haven't completely read.
You have read the budget. Okay. This you are not feeling good?
So I did not have my place.
You didn't have it. Okay. So in case of animals, how do they protect from cold? Say some animals.
So animals have a number of adaptations which help them. Adaptations.
Adaptations.
Yes.
Tell us what are those processes?
So some animals such as polar bear have a thick layer of fur. So they also have a deposition of fat, which reduces the heat outflow. So and in extreme cases, they also have the ability to hibernate, which can slow down their metabolic rate.
So hibernation is used in winter, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. What is done in summer? Extreme heat.
So the process is called assimilation.
think of some important treaties in the field of forestry, wildlife, biodiversity, environment, to which India is a part.
Yes, sir. So India is a party to the United Nations Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, so which is commonly referred to as CITES. So it deals with the international trade in endangered species. It tries to prevent it. So we are also a party to the Bonn Convention, which is the Convention on Migratory Species, which looks to provide a sustainable process in which the migratory species can travel across the world. So we are also a party to the Convention on Biological Diversity, which aims to ensure that the biodiversity in our country is preserved.
Okay, other field, environment.
So, can I think for a moment, please? Yes, sir. Sir, we are a party to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. The Paris Agreement was signed by these countries in 2015, and we are a party to that convention. We endorsed the Paris Deal.
Tell me, why are countries not coming forward to accept mandatory reductions in emissions? What is the problem? Mandatory, compulsory reductions in emissions.
So
No emissions.
Yes.
So why are the countries hesitating? They are not coming. The last round of talks at Spain, it floundered.
Yes.
So why are countries not coming forward to commit to mandatory reduction of emissions?
Sir, there has been a point of disagreement between the developed and the developing countries. So the developing countries endorse the idea of common but differentiated responsibilities, in which the historical costs of the pollution have to be taken into account, while the developed countries want to propagate the idea of respective capabilities, in which each country contributes to preventing the damage to the environment to the extent that it can. So this has led to a lot of disagreements. So the countries such as USA.
No, tell me the other reasons. I know.
So
What are the other reasons?
So the other reasons include the lack of technology with developing countries, by the help of which they can reduce their emissions. So there is also the issue of lack of funds, for which the countries are already.
Very good. Actually, tell me, on this, you may have noticed that our exports have been stagnating for many years. You know, more or less their level has remained about the same for the last 4 or 5 years. What are the reasons?
Sir, the primary reason is that we are not the part of the global value chain, which countries such as China. Sir, we have also struggled to effectively
थोड़ा तेज बोलिए बहुत अच्छा बोल रहे हैं आप थोड़ा तेज बोलिए
Sir, we also struggled to effectively utilize our demographic dividend, which was intended to be done by the Make in India initiative. Sir, but due to the lack of skills and the slow implementation of Skill India mission, we haven't been able to utilize our manufacturing sector. And sir, the competitive advantage that we have is being taken by our neighboring countries such as Bangladesh and Vietnam, who have increased their say in the global value chain.
What have Bangladesh and Vietnam done to score a victory over India?
Sir, they have modified their labor laws, which has resulted into investments flowing into them. As the labor laws of China get stringent, the investments are going towards these countries.
And do you think this India's decision to not join the RCEP, do you think it was a good decision or bad decision? I want your point of view, not what the government is saying. Your point of view.
Sir, I would say it was a good decision because we also have a significant portion of our population dependent upon agriculture and other allied sectors such as dairy. Sir, this sector is already facing a crisis, and sir, signing the RCEP had the potential of further exacerbating their crisis. So,
But you said that other countries are part of supply chains, India is not part of supply chains, so if we remain isolated, do you think this will help?
sir, we need to effectively utilize the multilateral forum. The effectiveness of regional forum will be limited because the countries want greater relaxation by India, and we are.
Achha, okay. Last question. Do you think there is a likelihood or possibility of the move against President Trump of the USA, the impeachment, succeeding?
Sir, he already has been impeached.
No, the impeachment. He has been impeached, but the trial, the further trial, that takes place in the Senate.
Yes.
Do you think that process will be successful?
Sir, the Senate at this moment of the United States of America is controlled by the Republicans, and it requires 2/3 majority in Senate. So it is unlikely that the removal will finally take place.
Can you tell me the name of some president, some US president who was impeached, who was punished by the Senate also?
Sir, I'm sorry, sir.
Okay, Mr. Rishi.
Yes.
You are a graduate from this Pilani.
Yes.
Who is the director of this? Please.
Sir, Kumar Mangalam.
He is not the director.
I'm sorry, sir. Made a mistake, sir.
Okay, there is a technical museum there.
Yes.
What's the specialty of that museum?
Sorry, sir. I can't remember.
You were there for 4 years.
Yes, sir. I was.
And very nearby to the faculty rooms.
Yes, sir. I have been to the museum, but I can't recall what it's.
Okay. Okay, now Mr. Rishi, please tell me, earlier you were having 2G technology, mobile technology.
Yes.
You want to transmit
Yes.
one video signal through that. Could you do that? 2G technology. Any picture signal.
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. I can't answer.
Okay, then you had 3G technology.
Yes.
So is the difference only in the speed or something else?
Sir, there is one more difference. Sir, till the point we are using 2G technology, both voice and data were transmitted on the same channel using packet switching. Sir, in 3G, we moved data through packet switching and voice through circuit switching.
So what are you were getting?
So by utilizing packet switching, we could increase our speed and so that.
Okay, now you have 4G and 5G technology.
Yes.
So difference is only the speed or some other feature also?
So there is one more significant difference that 5G tries to utilize multiple inputs and multiple outputs. It is commonly referred to as MIMO, in which transistors use more than one input, and the receivers also use more than one channel for receiving the input.
Can you tell me one major disadvantage? I repeat, disadvantage of fiber communication.
Sir, I would say the disturbance which is caused by the noise levels, such as crowd, lightning.
That you can do using digital technology also.
Yes. I'm sorry, sir, I can't.
Okay, what's the biggest advantage of a digital signal?
Sir, a digital signal utilizes only 2 bits. It is either on or off, so it is easier to interpret.
Basic difference between thin film and thick film technology. You are having IC technology. You are fabricating ICs. So, is there any difference between thin film and thick film?
Sorry, sir.
Okay, last question. Can you tell me what's the basic purpose of a choke and a starter in two line?
I'm sorry, sir.
Very general question. Thank you.
Okay. See, Mr. Rishi, you took forestry as your option. What is monoculture? And as a forester, what would be your preference? Monoculture or a mix of different species? And what are the advantages of both? Could you please tell us?
So, monoculture refers to the process in which a single species of trees is planted on the entire land area. So, the advantages of such a process would include higher returns because the species which have a greater economic return can be planted by the foresters. However, sir, monoculture also has a number of disadvantages. Sir, it extracts the same nutrients from the soil and degrades the capacity of the soil. Sir, it also is prone to diseases, it is prone to a greater extent to diseases as compared to the mixture of different trees. Sir, it also supports less biodiversity as compared to mixed forests.
Okay. See, we come across certain expressions like virgin forests.
Yes.
Have you visited any virgin forest? Natural forest?
Yes, sir.
And what would be characteristics of a natural forest as distinct from a forest that was developed by the government from what is called reserve forest?
Yes.
What could be the differences, broad differences, which you might see in your own eyes?
Sir, a virgin forest will have trees which have reached beyond their mature stages, which we will not find in managed forest, because a managed forest works on a working plan prescription in which we cut off and harvest the trees which have reached the exploitable diameter. So the virgin forest is largely unimpacted by human activities.
So, what about biodiversity? That's the main thing.
So virgin forest will support a greater biodiversity.
Will it be a monoculture forest normally?
No, sir.
Like
It will be a mixed forest.
mixed forest. That's the point you should emphasize. And did you ever visit a natural forest or a reserve forest?
Yes, sir. I have visited the Jim Corbett National Park.
Okay.
And
How do you classify it?
sir, classified.
Corbett National Park, is it a natural forest? Since it is a wildlife sanctuary, tiger sanctuary,
Yes.
do you call it a natural forest?
Sir, a national park is largely not human interference is not allowed. So I would call it a national forest.
What is germplasm?
Germplasm refers to the collection of the genes of all the species that are found in an area. So,
So, you are from Lucknow. What are the traditional varieties of wheat or rice, you recall? How many varieties were there or are there still?
Sir, what I've read and what I can recall right now is that we have more than 50,000 strains of rice.
More than?
So 50,000 strains of rice.
That's for the country as a whole. So I ask you, you people, can you name some of the traditional varieties of wheat or rice? What do you think of the introduction of high-yield varieties of wheat?
Yes, sir. I have read a report which says that the extent of usage of the traditional varieties have reduced after we have started using the high-yielding varieties.
Okay, what's the difference between the traditional varieties in terms of package of practices, cultural practices, and the high-yield variety? In what way cultivation of these two types is different from each other?
So, the high-yielding varieties will most often require a greater usage of chemical fertilizers and greater irrigation.
What do you say greater? Can't traditional varieties of wheat be grown without chemical fertilizers?
Sir, since they are better adapted to the local situations, they will require less usage of fertilizers and pesticides because the carrying capacity of our land will better be able to support them.
What do you understand by agroforestry?
Sir, agroforestry is the practice of growing arable crops along with trees on the same piece of land.
Would you recommend agroforestry as a strategy
Yes,
for expansion of areas under forest?
yes, sir. Sir, because agroforestry would reduce the burden faced by our traditional forest. A number of communities are dependent on the fruits which they obtain from the traditional forest, and such fruits can be obtained from the trees which are planted outside the forest.
Okay. See, you said that Bangladesh have amended their labor laws to facilitate foreign investment. What laws are relaxed or modified? Do you recall anything?
Sorry, sir, I can't.
On what basis did you make this statement?
Sir, I remember I reading about it because the extent of investments in industries such as textiles in Bangladesh has increased recently.
Or did you really meant policies to attract foreign investment which have been relaxed? Not laws really.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Thank you. Your interview is over, Mr. Rishi Kumar. Will you please wait outside?
Thank you, sir.
You call for you. Please sit down. Stand up. So this way like you have to address the chair.
Sir.
Okay. Therefore you should stand up and say thank you, sir. When you bow to the entire board. It will be ready, say thank you, ma'am. So that's what you should do with a bit of dignity.
Sir.
And don't give the impression that you are in a hurry.
Sir.
Get my point?
Sir.
That will be misunderstood.
Sir.
Please.
Thank you, sir.
What did you say? You can hear me.
Sorry, sir.
Please learn. See, don't put your hands in this manner,
Sir.
which will make you stoop. This is not good. You should stand erect and say, thank you, sir. And then
Bold.
boldly, confidently, with a sign of happiness on your face, not gloom.
Sir.
Please do that, Mr. Kumar.
Thank you, sir.